Hi, I'm Jeremiah Mahadevan from Practical Motorhome, and this is the Chausson Suite Maxi. It's a new addition to Chausson's Island Kitchen Suite range for 2011, and it's got 70 extra centimeters in length, which they've used to put in a very special bike rack at the back, which we'll have a look at in a bit. And it costs about £45,000 on the road. So let's go have a look at it. Now on the outside, you've got a really nice silver paint job which carries over into the habitation. It's slightly higher than what you'd expect a low-profile habitation to be. It's 2.89 meters, and that's because the main bed is a drop-down bed up here above the lounge. The gas locker only fits one 13-kilogram bottle. The reason for that is because it uses diesel space heating, so you only need gas for the cooker and for the water heating. Because the water tank is in the middle of the lounge, under a seating unit, you have to draw the water in and up into it, so it's got a powered filling point. Now, if you're worried about losing energy because you're away from hookup, you can fill it up using an auxiliary filling point, which is inside the van. But the main thing which you really need to see about this motorhome is the bike rack, so we'll go have a look at it. It's on the other side. Now, the extra length at the back has let them work in this upright garage, which can be had empty, or as an option can be had with this upright bike rack. Now, it's a Fiamma one. It's really quite special. You only get them in Chaussons for the time being, and what it does is it's electric. You have a little remote, you press a button and it slides down and out, and you put your bikes on it, and then electrically they lift back up into the garage. They're stored upright like that, and then you're ready to go. Obviously the benefits are that they're safe from thieves and so on and so forth, and secure from the weather. It's a great solution, we think, one of the best for bicycles right now. Now, one of the things that they've managed to do, thanks to the fact that they've moved the bed up there and put the kitchen in the center, is that we've got a really big lounge in this van. It's circular, unusual for a van of this size, and it basically takes up all of the front part of the habitation. You could easily have 6 people here with the cab seats swiveled, lounging and dining, and there's a really nice, good-sized table which moves on both axes, so you can get around easily, even though it's right in the middle of the lounge. Now, the only weakness of this layout is that, well, firstly, there's a bit of a shortage of light in the lounge because there isn't any light up top because the bed's there, but there are 2 big windows and there is a big roof light over the cab, so it isn't quite as bad as it might seem at first. And the other problem is that because of the bed coming down over the lounge, you can't have any overhead lockers, and you can't have storage under the bench seat because that's where the water tank is. So they've had to work around that by building in storage units along the side, and along with the ones at the back, I think they should suffice for most users. So the main bed in the Suite Maxi is up here. It's a drop-down bed and it's electric, and to get it working you have to put a special key in a slot down there, turn it, unclip it up here and press a button here, and then it drops down. And it drops down to 2 levels. One level where you can use it with a ladder, you can still sort of make use of the lounge underneath it or make up the bed underneath it. And then it drops to a lower level where you don't need the ladder, and it's effectively like having a fixed bed. The kitchen is the real highlight in any suite van because it's an island kitchen, unique in the motorhome world. It's freestanding and you can walk all around it. It might look like it's a bit short on workspace, but thanks to this drop-down worktop extension, it's actually quite good. You can get quite a lot done. There's masses of storage. You've got a sink here with a removable drainer and a 2-burner hob. The added length of the Maxi over the old Suite Mini is that has allowed them to have this Dometic Tech Tower behind us here, which has a fridge, a freezer, and an oven/grill. It's at about the right height for me, but might be a bit high for some people. Also, the added length has allowed them to have more storage back here, which is great for clothes in particular. And there's this great little pull-out cupboard over here, which let you have a look at. Isn't that fantastic? You'll find there's a surprising amount of washroom space in one of these Suite Maxis. It's they've actually turned the washroom from a transverse one, which was in the original suite, to a longitudinal one, and it's actually become slightly smaller than the one in the Suite Mini because there's more space for storage next to it. Still, it's a big washroom, and the highlight of it is this big square shower cubicle here. The toilet space is a little bit constricted, but it swivels so you can use the shower cubicle space as footroom. And there's a lot of storage, a good deep sink, and it's a nice light and area, much bigger than a washroom you'd get generally in a coach built this size. And when you want to use the shower cubicle, these partitions over here just come across on either side and cordon it off. So all in all, it's a really great washroom. Last year, Chausson wowed the motorhome world with the introduction of the Suite, which is now known as the Suite Mini. This year they've grown the range and we think they've done really well. This is our favorite of the new ones, the Suite Maxi. By adding that extra 70 centimeters, they've added a lot, more than you'd think. And with that motorized lift-up bike rack, this is currently the best van this size for a couple traveling with bicycles. And we think they've done a really great job. And this is a really great addition to the Suite range.